The claim that the XRP ledger is centralized is something often brought up by contributors of the Bitcoin community. However, evidently many human beings don't fully unpack what this accusation virtually approach, or whether there may be any fact to it. Bitcoin enthusiasts often argue that at the same time as the XRP ledger might be faster, greater green, and provide extra capabilities, it stays centralized. In this video, I'll explore precisely what they mean through this assertion and look at whether it holds any validity. This is a vital subject matter to delve into because a whole lot of the criticism surrounding the XRP ledger hinges on this. Unique declare, I've been trading crypto correctly for over 380 days, constantly final each month in earnings. In the ultimate 90 days by myself, my followers have earned over $29,000 in income by way of copying my trades. Want to look my confirmed stats? Click the first link in the profile description and start copying my trades without cost nowadays. Once you take a more in-depth look and teach yourself on how the XRP ledger operates, especially how it is definitely extra decentralized than Bitcoin, you'll begin to see that a lot of these arguments lack substance and are based totally on incorrect information. All right, all people, ensure to stick around until the quit of the video because we are going to dive into the XRP fee chart and pinpoint, once I count, on the following pass. But before we get into that, I actually need to deal with a crucial dialogue approximately decentralization. This subject matter regularly comes up within the Bitcoin network, especially when we communicate approximately the velocity and efficiency of the XRP ledger, its institutional adoption, and all of the reasons why XRP stands proud. It's continually that very last grievance, the declare that the XRP ledger is centralized. Today I want to interrupt this down and explain why this concept isn't accurate, giving you a clearer knowledge of why this main FUD fear, uncertainty, doubt point is extra fiction than truth. To start, we need to have a look at in which the XRP ledger does have elements of centralization, which commonly pertains to the XRP token supply. There are key distinctions among Bitcoin and XRP, and knowledge those differences is critical when comparing the two. The primary distinction lies in how the tokens are distributed. Bitcoin makes use of a complex consensus mechanism wherein contributors contribute to the network and are rewarded with Bitcoin. Essentially, all of us can collect Bitcoin by way of taking element in this consensus method, incomes Bitcoin, as repayment for his or her efforts. Over time, Bitcoin has managed to be allotted amongst a considerable and diverse organization of people, permitting many people to benefit, get admission to it. This extensive adoption has brought about Bitcoin being shared broadly throughout an intensive environment. In contrast, the XRP ledger approached matters differently by way of keeping off the complexities and electricity inefficiencies associated with Bitcoin. It opted to mint all tokens in advance, liberating them into the network to be dispersed steadily within its ecosystem. This method, however, comes with certain alternate offs. Unlike Bitcoin, wherein participants can earn rewards through mining or validation, XRP does not provide similar economic incentives for humans to actively have interaction in validating the community. As the end result, people trying to collect XRP commonly need to purchase it, which reduces the incentive for random participants to validate the network and makes the token distribution over the years greater hard. Consequently, Ripple holds a vast part of XRP and is chargeable for distributing it during the community. Since my involvement with the XRP ledger, Ripple's proportion of XRP has appreciably reduced. Ripple's primary function in this system is to allocate XRP to other network individuals, allowing them to have interaction with the environment. It's well worth noting that the token deliver has ended up more and more decentralized over time, lowering Ripple's universal manage. However, this doesn't affect the decentralization of the community itself. A specific element of XRP is that its consensus mechanism operates without supplying monetary rewards, setting it other than different structures. It's essential to recognize that Ripple's ownership of XRP tokens, whether or not it is 80 billion or simply 10, would not provide them any additional control over the XRP ledger. The ledger operates independently of the token's cost and stays absolutely decentralized. This is pretty exclusive from many different networks. Take Ethereum, for instance. The greater Ethereum someone owns, the more their affect over the network. If the XRP ledger used a evidence-of-stake consensus version like Ethereum, Ripple's big holdings would be an enormous concern. However, on the grounds that Ripple's token possession would not supply them more authority over the community, their holdings are inappropriate to the ledger's decentralization. Let's compare this to Bitcoin. The quantity of have an effect on an entity is tied to the hash fee it may make a contribution. This approach, people with more assets and cash can generate greater hash electricity, giving them extra manipulate over the network. Currently, 3 main mining pools manipulate over 51% of the Bitcoin network's hash price, which poses a centralization risk. While Bitcoin's token distribution is broader and no single entity like Ripple holds a massive portion of it, the actual manage lies in mining strength. This creates a state of affairs in which, despite the extensive distribution of the Bitcoin token, a few mining pools wield vast authority. By contrast, at the XRP ledger, no single celebration, regardless of how much validation power they make. Contributions can dominate the community. In this system, every validator has an identical degree of have an impact on over the community. For example, whilst looking at Bitcoin, a few mining pools dominate a sizable portion of the hash charge, giving them enormous manage over the network. On the alternative hand, within the XRP ledger, each validator holds same weight, similar to if those mining pools in Bitcoin had same have an effect on. This way that despite the XRP token deliver being centralized round Ripple, the decentralization of the XRP ledger's community itself should arguably be greater than that of Bitcoin. This aspect is regularly disregarded, however, is arguably one of the most essential factors in this dialogue. Looking into the future, the distribution of tokens is in all likelihood to shift dramatically. Ripple will sooner or later hold a smaller proportion of XRP, even as organizations like MicroStrategy or BlackRock may acquire increasingly large quantities of Bitcoin. There should come a time while MicroStrategy owns 10 to 15% of all Bitcoin, while Ripple may reduce its holdings to simply 10% of XRP. The distribution of tokens will continually evolve, and no one can save you entities from obtaining big portions. Ultimately, the key factor for each network is not who holds the most tokens, but how the community operates independently of token ownership. It does not make any actual difference. What actually topics is that the underlying community stays decentralized and permissionless, that is authentic for each Bitcoin and XRP. The key difference lies in how the token is sent to community.